Let's train with the low serve, two big hands in Tour 7 and 8 of Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 and to turn on the bell if you like this video. Let's start the matches versus Fly Geo, who was playing with a very powerful Kaito. This Kaito had an even stronger backhand than my Viktoria's backhand at that time. That was before that I maxed the hammer in the forge. So this Kaito had two strong hands too. Fly Joe was using the combo load. Luckily he was using the Punisher gut, so his stamina is not going to be very high by the end of the match. Of course, the low serve, two big hands is just another way for me to talk about the low serve aggressive baseliner style. And I generally use this style to enter high tours, hoping to be matched with volley players, because this is a very good lineup to fight versus volley players. But well, now and then the game matches my Viktoria versus Kaito, and then this is much harder, of course, especially versus overpowered Kaito like this one, who has a better agility, better stamina, only some fewer serve points and forehand points, but the serve is useless for that style anyway. And the 84 forehand of this Kaito was only 5 points fewer than the 89 forehand of Viktoria. Yeah, that was very awkward by the end of the match, because this Kaito was having very few stamina. It's funny to see that low serve, two big hands, Viktoria can have that much stamina by the end compared to Kaito. But well, when you use a Punisher gut or a Siberian wire, you gotta end rallies very fast, otherwise you end up being exhausted. Let's play the second match versus Ace Joker, previously named DJD. He's playing very well with the counter puncher style too. And he's one of the lucky matches where I could counter him with my low serve two big hands Viktoria. Mainly thanks to summon for Zeros, but obviously if Kaitos do never hit out, well, this is impossible for my low serve Viktoria to win any point, because she's pretty slow.
Second serve.
So as you can see, this is pretty easy for Kaito to outflank with Viktoria, and it was lucky in this match that Ace Joker was not having the usual accuracy. Usually he's very accurate, hitting very nice down the line or cross-court shots, a bit like this one. Very nice backhand. And by the end, I couldn't hit some down the line shots that was accurate enough. Unbelievable double fault from Ace Joker, who gave me the match. Yeah, he was losing it rather than me winning it. Okay, let's face Ace Joker again. He's using the Joker course this time instead of the Maestro Monty. And here again, he was unusually inaccurate. Maybe that those were his first matches of the day. So the Joker course will obviously be helpful for him to catch some shots like that. He just activated the long catch, even if he was close to it. So playing with the low serve, two big hands requires you to anticipate a lot in positioning, otherwise you can never get to the ball quickly enough with Viktoria. She's too slow. Yeah, no, for this kind of shot, that's obviously impossible to catch unless you completely anticipate. Yeah, the choker court is draining stamina a lot. It has only a stamina sheet in tier 1. Yeah, he was trying to hit the drop returns there. That would have been very dangerous for my Viktoria. Yeah, couldn't anticipate enough, early enough for that big shot.
Second serve.
Obviously, a low serve Viktoria can't keep initiative after her serve, and then Kaito can return very big shots. Yep, I knew that my opponent would try and anticipate for my cross-court drop shot, so I hit the completely other corner. Now and then I need to diversify, otherwise this is too easy to read for my opponent. I'm talking about the hitting pattern, of course. And on the previous point too, I hit a cross-court shot instead of a down-the-line one, because I knew that my opponent was pretty used for me to hit a down-the-line shot. So diversification is the key. And of course, you need to be a bit lucky too, that your opponent doesn't hit very accurate shots. Well, let's play versus the Kaito of Wolverine, using the choker guards. As you can see, the choker guards is not helping Kaito to keep his gigantic stamina. But anyway, the Kaito of Wolverine, like the one of Fly Geo, the first opponent, and one of Ace Joker previously, is using combo load instead of antioxidant, so they basically use the same cast than my low serve 2 big hands Viktoria. It's just that they play with Kaito instead of Viktoria. So that means that their stamina is not very high. And obviously it is almost easier for my low serve 2 big hands Viktoria to fight versus them. This kind of Kaito having not a lot of stamina than versus the ones who use the antioxidants, of course, or keto sourcing is even worse. If Kaito uses the antioxidants or the keto sourcing, that will be very hard for Viktoria to outflank them. If she counts on a lack of stamina from Kaito to outflank them. So I was trying to hit drop shots most often, because versus Kaito's using choker guards, well, this is easier to outflank them that way than to try and compete with them in terms of shots. Of course, now and then she can hit this kind of counter punch shot. Yep, as you can see, the lack of stamina was very detrimental for Kaito by the end of the match. And that's almost a sine qua non condition For a low serve to big hands, Victoria not having a lot of stamina to hop and win a match versus those rabbits. Because otherwise, she will be the one lacking a lot of stamina and will become absolutely useless.
One. Love.
So my current opponent, TKO,
Fault.
is playing with Cabo Load too.
Second serve.
So the common thing that you see in those matches is that all those Kaitos,
Love.
we're using Cabo Load. As I said, that is very important for Victoria to be able to compete in terms of stamina. And if those Kaitos were using antioxidants, that would be very hard. So this Kaito is going to keep a lot of stamina thanks to the use of Maestro Monty, which has a stamina shield tier 2. So he positions pretty well, anticipating a lot of shots, so he wouldn't need that much the long catch anyway. That doesn't mean that my previous opponents don't anticipate or are not positioning well the Kaitos, but I mean TKO is particularly positioning well his Kaito in a lot of matches.
5, 4.
Yeah, for this one, he didn't anticipate. Alright, sometime playing a short shot could annoy a bit the opponent. So we are going to see two matches in Tour 8 now. They were played before the 13th of January 2021 stats revamp update. So stats were different for those two matches, but the gameplay was the same in theory. We play the first match versus Hon-kun. I was using the Holy Book Wire to have a backhand counter,
2. Love.
which has long catch and stamina shield tier 2. So of course using that string means that I will insist on my opponent's backhand, hitting most of the time on that side to obtain a good accuracy whenever he returns with his backhand. That was that. This precision text that you see.
5. Love.
Of course, now and then I can't hit all the time on his backhand. Alright? So, I was hitting on his forehand now and then, but very rarely, most of the time, it will be on his backhand. So of course, Victoria using a special string, which is often the case for me when I play in Tour 8, is obviously stronger, I would say, than if she was using Maestro Monty. Let's play versus the very powerful Kaito of Joe Kuba. My opponent was using the Harbor card
Love.
to get the forehand counter, as well as a long catch tier 1 and stamina shield tier 2, and I was using the same string too. I could have used the Holy Book Wire or Koala string instead, but prefer the Harbor card. There was only a difference of 1 point between the forehand and backhand of Chokuba. Yeah. He was trying to hit hard and sometimes hit out.
3, 2.
Very nice cross-court shot. It's always very hard. This is Jokuba. He was lucky there that he was anticipating for me on the completely other corner. Yeah, that this time my Viktoria can't compete in terms of stamina. She's losing completely energy whenever there are too many shots in the rallies. Fortunately, my opponent was losing stamina too with long rallies, and I could take advantage of this shortage of stamina to hit this down the line winner shot. So you are going to see the build that I was using for all those matches. I'm talking rather about the cards. They were the same. The level of the hammer and the forge have changed just now, very recently only. I have maxed them out, so stats are not the same anymore. Well, I hope you enjoy watching my Viktoria train with the low serve 2 big hand style in the Tour 7 and 8 of Tennis Clash. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 and to turn on the bell to stay tuned for new videos of Tennis Clash. Thank you a lot for your support, and see you soon on Gameplay 365. Bye bye.